Alicia here, out for my walk with Reenie, my adorable half schnauzer, half terrier, all Muppet. This is Sustainable Events Dog Walk, a short podcast from Positive Impact Event Consulting, where you can get a quick nugget about sustainability for your events and event business while on a walk with Alicia and her dog Reenie. Sustainability is a big project, but we'll get there together, one little step at a time. The most important first step. Are you ready? Step number one, importance. Number one, you gotta measure what you're doing to know if you're doing any better. So step one, start measuring. You don't have to make any changes. You don't have to ask anybody to do anything different. You don't have to change your contracts. It might be too late for this year. Start to measure. You can measure lots and lots of different things, so don't get overwhelmed. You can do it the same as everything else you're going to do. Measure the things that you might want to impact later. Measure the things that are easy to measure, but start taking measurements. Start yourself a spreadsheet, copy it between your projects where you start to look at what's going on, whether it is your waste, how much waste you're producing, where the different kind of waste goes, whether or not it's sorted, whether or not people are measuring their mileage. Go ahead, excuse us. Start asking your vendors questions and just mark down whether or not they knew the answer, what their answers were this time, about how they get their energy, who their vendor businesses are, how far away they bring their supplies from, whether or not they use Amazon for their supplies or for their office or for anything. Whatever it is you can think of to measure. This year, this event, all you have to do is measure it. You don't have to try to make any changes because we need a baseline to be able to know whether we've made any improvement. So give yourself a break. Step one is so easy. All you have to do is start thinking about it, start measuring what you're doing. There are lots of measurement tools out there. Lots of companies have published different forms that they use or offer or are selling that tell you what to measure or give you a spreadsheet of what to consider. Ready, dog? Come on, let's cross. So when you are looking at these measurements, you don't have to come up with it from thin air. And I'll try to find some resources for you to share. But it's all about starting at the beginning. And the beginning is know where you are, know what your goals are. Look at your measurements right now. And it can be for your business as well. You can say, okay, well, how much am I spending on energy? Which energy companies am I using? How do they tell me that the energy is distributed? A lot of us are on a grid that has some amount of solar or wind already in the grid. How can we acknowledge and notice that? How much water am I using in my office? Do I even have a meter to that? Or is it just part of my overall contract and I don't really know how much I use? There's lots of different things that you can look at yourself to notice. So give yourself a little easy task. Just start noticing, start measuring, and get that baseline. Once you have the baseline, then you know what you need to change. And remember, you can measure a lot of different things. You can pull up the UN 17, come on dog face, you can't talk to that friend, Sustainable Development Goals. You can look at the economics, you can look at the environmental, you can look at the social and community, you can look at your personal health and well-being. So it all comes around. Are you getting organic food for your own office snacks? Are you getting heavily processed food? Oh, hi, other dog. For your office snacks. There's lots of, do you support other minority businesses? Do you belong to any associations that do? There's lots and lots of directions you can go. So remember to give yourself credit. You can also, once you have this first draft, once you've got this measurement and this evaluation, you'll be able to use that as your outline to describe the sustainable efforts that you already make. And you can add the ones that you're changing when you get to that. But giving yourself credit and acknowledging what you are doing is a great first step. And look how far you already are. You're not starting from scratch. So give yourself that baseline And I'll see you back for my next dog walk when I have more tips, more ideas, more knowledge, brand recommendations, inspiration with my little Muppet dog. And if you have questions, feel free to send them to my email and I will answer them on a future dog walk. Thanks for joining me on Sustainable Events Dog Walk. I'm Alicia Druby, founder of Positive Impact Event Consulting, and I want to help you integrate sustainability into your event business so you're ready to make every event you work on more sustainable. See you next time.